guys, how's it going? This is Tiffany C. Everett, and I thank you so much for welcoming. I welcome you back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me on this another broadcast of Scripture Snacks. I help moms kick chaos to the curb with super simple strategies to help you get it together. Yes, yes, yes. And so, oh my gosh, I hope you guys had a wonderful week so far. It is the middle of the week, and we are continuing to push forward. And oh man, God is so grateful. And so we just want to thank him so much for every single thing. And so I am so glad you guys have decided to come back today and talk and discuss Scripture Snacks. And don't forget to subscribe so that you'll know exactly when I will be back online to bring you another exciting broadcast. And the reason why I started Scripture Snacks is because I felt that I wanted to be able to bring the word where you can snack on little pieces of nuggets every single day for the rest of your life. And so I said to myself, now how can I bring the word in a way that is understandable, that you can apply in every aspect of your life, whether it be in your business, whether it be in your home, in your relationships, or in your office. And so it was just placed into my heart to do this. And so I truly hope that this has inspired you. If you do have questions or concerns, feel free to let me know. And without further ado, let's get started on Scripture Snacks. And so today we are going to be discussing the qualities of being a leader. So this is coming from 1 Timothy 4:12, which says, "Do not let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example in your speech and in love." And so I would encourage you to take some time to read 1 Timothy 4:12 in its entirety so you can start to meditate on the word for yourself and research it on your own. Don't take my word for it. Research it, and so that you can begin to gain a closer and closer relationship to God and get to understand his word so much more better. And that is what I did, because at first I had no idea, but when I asked, because scripture tells us we have not because we ask not, and when I asked, I'm like, could you please help me to understand your word? And then started to spending more time with God one-on-one and researching his word and breaking it apart so I can understand it and now apply it in every area of life. And so if you ask, God will grant you that. He will give that to you. So in our scripture, one of the things that you definitely need to have, first of all, is standards. And standards, we are in the world, but we're not of it. And so there's certain standards that we need to have in order to be leaders, in order for people that's following us. Do you know that your children are watching you? Everyone's watching you and everything that you do. So there have to have different standards is very hard, but you have to have that in your life. And number two, you want to treat other people the way that you want to be treated. So you want to have respect, right? You don't want someone disrespecting you. So then you want to respect the other person and listen to them. Sometimes we get a little overly excited and we want to just continue to ramble on. I'm no way, shape, or form perfect myself, but rambling on and on and on and on and not giving the other person the time to speak is just not right at all. And so I know I wouldn't want anybody to do that to me. I know you wouldn't want anybody to do that to you. So in that case, we have to show them respect and allow them to speak and listen and be kind to them. There are so many things that you can do in order to show your kindness to the other person. And don't look down on them just because they're not successful, or maybe not have as much as you, or maybe not be as accomplished as you or educated. That gives you no right to look down on them whatsoever. God has gifted each and every one of us. And so as a leader, our job is to lift them up and help them to feel good about themselves and teach them what you've been taught, teach them what you've learned. And then number two, our speech is super, super, super important. What we say to another person. It's not what you say, it's actually how you say it. Because you can say things in a way like, go sit down, and say it in an angry way, or you can say, could you please have a seat, please? So there's different ways that you can say it so that it will be received and not be, not get a pushback from it, so to speak. So we want to be careful in our speech, and also to listen, not always having something to say back. Sometimes a person needs a listening ear, and not necessarily for you to be telling them what they should and should not do, but just listening to them. And I know that in some situations that I've been in, that not all the time you call a person and you want to hear their 2 cents, so to speak. You definitely want a listening ear, because you're going through a lot of things. You have some rough mountains to climb, and so the last thing you want is for someone telling you all these different things, how to handle that situation. And so listen to them, and be an open and a listening ear. And then the other thing is to have some empathy. I'm sure you probably, more than likely, have never even been down that route before. It was like, I know, recently I had a hysterectomy, and so some people said, oh, you had that? Oh, okay. It was like, I don't know what that is. And so they had no idea how to show empathy, or to be able to show that they cared, or was concerned, or anything of that nature. So you definitely want to be careful in the way that you approach hurting people, and show empathy for what they are going through, and some compassion for what they're going through as well. Because right now they're at a vulnerable state, and they really need someone that can listen to them and that can help them to in their situation. So just give them some compassion, and avoid being snappy and judgmental. I mean, oh my gosh, who wants that? So you're at this most difficult moment, and you're being told, well, see, you shouldn't have did that. I told you that you shouldn't have done that. Why did you do that? And you can't even turn back the hands of time and fix it. I mean, it's already done. And so you just really want the person just really want you to listen to them and be there for them and hear them out. So don't be so snappy and judgmental. Listen to them and don't assume. And the other thing that you want to do is show love. Leaders show love. They show that they care. They show compassion for the person. You can give words of appreciation for what someone has done for you. As a lead, you can maybe and showing leadership begins right there where you are, because your children are watching you. They're watching how to be great leaders just by looking at the things that you do, maybe for your spouse or for a sick family member or whatever the case may be. They're watching you. A simple thing as fixing a lunch and putting a small note inside of there, or maybe preparing a favorite meal for that person, or just supporting them, maybe washing the dishes, or helping with the laundry, or whatever the case may be. You can show love in a lot of different ways to be able to help another person. So I want to definitely encourage you. There's a leader in every single one of us. There's a leader in you, there's a leader in me, and God has gifted us and put us in a place of leadership. Now, whether you want to look at yourself as a leader or not is a whole different ballgame. But at the end of the day, that is what you are. You may be a manager inside of a grocery store, and you have employees that are looking to you for answers. They want to know how to handle irate customers. They want you to help them when their machine is not working properly. So they're looking to you for guidance. And that's what you're doing as leaders. We create a vision and we motivate, we guide them. And the same is what we do with our children. Our children are watching they're watching how you resolve conflict. They're watching how you resolve issues with them or with your spouses and things of that nature. So you are a leader whether you know it or not. Just because you are not on a stage in a pulpit, or you're not standing on a stage at a at a large establishment where you have thousands of people there, does not mean that you're not a leader. So don't you let anyone look down on you. It doesn't matter if you are in high school, if you're in middle school, or even as an adult. In every area of your life, you are a leader, and there is greatness in you. There is goodness in you. God made you, and so therefore you are a work of art. You are perfect, you are wonderfully made, and you are whole, and you are awesome. And so I would encourage you to get out there and show your leadership skills and be the best that you can be. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also check out my blog over on tiffanyceverett.com, where I write about faith as well as fashion and food and all things lifestyle. You guys, it's been wonderful. It's been great. I thank you so very much for watching, and I'll be back with another exciting episode of Scripture Snacks. And I'm getting ready to start some new for beauty as well. So stay tuned. I will talk to you later. Bye for now.